This video's purpose is to educate fellow cadets in the uniform standards listed in Chapter 7 of the Air Force Junior ROTC Uniform Guide. More specifically, we're covering notes 2, 8, 13, 14, and 16 of the Blue Shirt Service Bravos and Charlies. Be sure to do as the manual says rather than it shows. One of my cadets mentioned the lightweight jacket's image being different than its wording. Keep motivated, cadets. I'll see you when I see you.
Pro tip, if you're traveling to places and you're a nerd with glasses, use a thing. Name tag, important documents, buckle, and links. One thing I didn't have in this was my ribbons, which are on my service dress. For my face, I clicked on the video for the, uniform. So I'm going to start immediately off with the ribbons. Ribbons should be grounded to the seam of the left pocket shirt for males. Should be grounded to the seam. And level with the seam. Should also be centered. So, essentially, for my ribbon rack here, we need this dress and appearance to be right above the button, which I'll use an impromptu. Be a bit more to the left. Some I would recommend is these frogs. If you can, get the ones with little holes in them, like this one right here, so that when it goes onto the spike, it goes flush. It doesn't have this surfer board. It's just quick and easy, and I quite enjoy it, so that they don't pop out. Here, they're pretty close. My recruiting ribbon is one dirty and two too close for comfort. No, it's a bit too over for comfort. Let them mill ground, throw them in. This is the words, right? Your guys is the left, unless I flip it over, in which case I won't. But I got whoosh. So the way I figure out where my center is I just take my whole name, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, find the middle one, which is, I think, hotel, or, how did I mess this up? Okay, yeah, it'd be hotel. Because this I is super thin, I just call it between the C and the Charlie and hotel. Wait a second. You always want to look it over, because I almost did look it over, and well, my ribbons look nice, but recruiting's a bit lower. We can raise it up a bit. Main thing is you want to make sure that they're, not lopsided. That's easy to spot. It's a bit hard to have noticing. So, essentially, what this is saying is, I'm gonna clip it. My nice little rig is, this should be perfectly in the center. So, what I do is I look in the back, or never mind. I guess I'm an old man. But where this collar stay is, this plastic collar stay, make sure I'm getting this on the camera, it's kind of where I put it. I put the torch over the collar so that the collar stay points out, which is where the collar point is. And then all I do, trying to locate where it is. So basically here, well, now it's too far to the left, so that's, that looks pretty nice. That looks hunky-dory, okie dokie. Problem with these is it's really hard to get them both perfectly correct. Just doing that individually. You have to sit in front of the mirror and get it done correctly like that. But, or that's what I would recommend doing, instead of just pin the donkey. Which is, it's fine. If you get time, you get time. If you don't, you don't. Once again, up here, this collar stay is right here. You can always feel them. Sometimes you can see them, but it's easy just to feel them. Find out where vertically the halfway point is, about here. Now what I do, because I am a 4-stripe, or cadet staff sergeant, is I go off of this little area here, or the second blue line. That's my middle point. with E1, 3, 4, it's easier to do because, well, the biggest point on your ranks there, I think I have an example with me currently. With E3, well, the biggest point you have is the shield with the torch knowledge, and same thing with E4. At least for Air Force. The Air Force's case. I don't know what to say for Marine Corps. I've seen the ranks, they got the Lamp of Knowledge, and it's super cool. But yeah, that was how you would put on. Last thing there is to do is another lesser favorite, is the cord. Cords are pretty well infamous. Cords are pretty well infamous in our unit to fall apart, as I have here. I got original red on them, a little bit of black and pink. It's the strongest cord I had. But they do get a lot of wear tear, especially on the surface coats. I really wish we had the army ones you could pin under the button, but those aren't authorized, so we make do with what we got. They need to be grounded to the seam, but not like, just hanging off of it like a tumor. It needs to be flush with it. And they go on your left side, so the same side as the Air Force patch. If you have the unit patch goes on your right. You need to remember that. Right's your name tag, left's what you earned. Your U was on your right, your resume is on your left. Really helps to have another person to help you. Camera's been acting up, so that's the reason why that cut is super weird. But yeah, about here. It takes a while to put these on effectively. I still don't learn. The seam isn't directly on your shoulder, so it should work out. Okie dokie. I'm gonna throw it on. I'm not gonna put on the pants. But whenever you wear the uniform, you should tuck it in. Have it tucked into the pants, butt buckle, gig line. If you have the uniform, you should know what a gig line is. If you don't, I'll make you just wait. I'll throw it on and then try to tie a tie. And then I guess that'll be it. Firstly, as you notice, this is still a bit wonky, but I think that's because the needle's off. But as for the placement, it doesn't look horrible. It's a bit further out, but nothing horrible. You should be able to get away with that. Anyway, if you have clip-on ties, you're lucky. I don't know. Learn how to tie. Clip-on ties, they're cheap, and you can it's just better, or it's just easier to come across an actual tie and have it be of good quality. Another thing important to note is gray shirts not authorized. You need to wear a V-neck white undershirt, like the ones you are issued. However, I personally wear some t-shirts like these, gray and white being my favorites. So, you're gonna take your tie, make sure that it's even in the back, so that you're not Dracula. Take your little end. Little end's on your right side. Name tag, the little end. Your ribbons should be on your left side. If you're an older cadet and fourth, you get big rack ribbons. Size. Anyway, all you're gonna do is you're gonna make sure that your little end is connected around your gig line, and then you're gonna take your big end over the little end. So left over under. Right. Bring him under. Hip the whip. Cut it in. Bring it over. Down. That's your general way. However, as you can see, a lot of slack. Don't be frustrated. Just quite a while. There's two main ways to change that. Either one, the distance overall of the little and bigger ends that you allow it to have, and also where you tie it. You tie it really tight. Go here. Tying a tie is one of those things where you just gotta experiment with your height and how high you wear your pants, because the Air Force pants, they can be worn really high. It's like you're getting ready for a flood sometimes. This one's a bit better. Usually, I don't really much care for the perfection of the tie, as I wear the lightweight jacket or the service coat, or I just tuck it into my pants and my belt, and well, yeah, it doesn't really matter unless you're wearing this with the long sleeve and you need to wear a tie and you don't have either of those, or it's too warm to wear them. Then again, that's perfectly fine. But I do want to stress that your tail should be shorter than your big guy. Again, I haven't mastered it. It'll take me a while more to master it. But we're gonna pretend like I did that correctly. And well, with that, you have the shirt done. I'll try to do one on the pants. My pants are really jacked up, so we're really gonna have to work on that. All, or not all, but most of the accoutrements you could, if you really need the file, I'm gonna include in the description of all the uniforms, not just this one, but like the service coat, which I'll again be making a video on because reading is boring and pictures are great when the letters are like put it into the thing, but it's hard to figure out how to do that. Overall, this took me 15 minutes to do. The biggest problem with this is getting the tie and the ranks done, as well as your cord. If you have a cord, well, you're probably in a leadership position, and you should have the thinking to throw it on beforehand, or do what I did today and put it on the day before you do something. Remember, cadets, look sharp, stay sharp, and if you want respect, you must look respectable.